Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Level Up. Today's question comes from Noreen Vanderhoeven. And Noreen, first off, hey Noreen, what's
Hi,
going on?
Noreen.
Just wanted to say hi. So the question that you had today was, how do I onboard an assistant? Awesome. We're going to dive right into that. But if you're new to us, we're Kate and Katie of the Private Practice Startup, and Level Up is all about you. It's a series where we answer your most burning questions all about private practice.
Yes, and before we dive into the answer to your question, Noreen, we want to say thank you so much to TherapyNotes for sponsoring this series and for being such a great support of Startup Nation. So if you're in need of an EHR with a telehealth platform, definitely check them out, and you can use code PPS for your first 2 months for free. All right, so how to onboard a new assistant. First, congrats, because that's an exciting step, and it can feel overwhelming when you're really busy and there's a lot of prep work to do with the onboarding process. So with some of the prep work, it's important to make sure that you are systemizing your business. You want to think about what are the top aspects of your business that are slowing you down. They're too time consuming. You don't enjoy them. You don't want to do them. Or, maybe you don't hate it, but somebody else could easily do it for you and it would save you time, and open up time to do other tasks in your business that either you enjoy more or give you a greater return on that investment of time. And so you want to think about prioritizing the tasks and thinking about what are the top things that you want to have your assistant taking off your plate, and then creating the systems to be able to document what you do step by step, even doing helpful videos like a screencast recording of how you do a specific task in your business, something that you do over and over and over and over again, but you want to get off your plate. Once you record it and you systemize it and you train your assistant how to do that, it's going to free up so much more time and energy in your business. Katie, what do you want to add?
When I think about onboarding an assistant and overall, right, like there's a hiring process, there's an onboarding process, and there's really like pouring into your team to have your team members do the best work that they can to really help you in your business. I know so many folks, when they hire someone, they're so relieved to get things off their plate. They just want to hand it all over and like set it and forget it type of deal. And that's just not how it works. Being in management and leadership since I was 26 years old, is I really understood, I had to learn that each person needs to be communicated to differently, led differently, supervised differently. And it's really important to find out what your assistant needs. We definitely recommend, especially in the beginning, because you're trying to get used to your assistant and they're trying to get used to you and your processes, is that there's a lot more contact and there's ways to communicate and really setting the expectation about how you go about communicating, even like little things. So we have a virtual assistant all the way in Kenya, Africa, and she's amazing. She's the backbone of our business. Shout out to Ruth. And we utilize technology and platforms such as Slack and Asana to communicate. And one of the things that we noticed, like a silly little thing, was like we'd ask a question or we'd say, hey, can you check on this? And she might have done it, but we never knew. So we just said, hey, just put a little emoji or response so we know that you got that. But having meetings and things like that on a consistent basis are really important. And like Kate said, all of the system stuff. But the other thing too is I want to invite you to realize that you are a leader of your business, and now you're a leader of people in your business. For us, we take a lot of things as a feedback loop, not a blame game, not a you didn't do this, as a feedback loop. And we first look at, what didn't we communicate? What didn't we provide? Does our team member have the necessary tools to do what they need to do? Of course, there are going to be employee problems overall, but when you look at it as a feedback loop and what's not working here in the system and being able to provide better and asking your assistant what's working, what's not working, how can we do this better, they will let you know. And it's an easy way to solve problems. So those are some of the things that I think about, like the onboarding aspect, and especially the initial stuff. As you guys get in a good groove together, and you have your systems working and your communication working, your assistant will get to know you. You'll get to know them. There we go. And it will become much more fluid. But overall, congratulations. This is an exciting time in your business to be able to do that. It just tells us like, wow, business is growing. So yes. I definitely love that question. Any last thoughts you want to add?
Yeah, I think another aspect that's really important just to note is that you need to have the documentation taken care of as well in the onboarding process. So you want to make sure that your assistant is aware of following HIPAA regulations. They sign a BAA, they sign a contract with you that has the job description and duties. And so, and it depends on if you're going to be bringing on an independent contractor or you're going to have an actual W-2 employee. So there's some different logistics and legalities as far as how to navigate that. But that would be an important aspect that we didn't touch on previously that we just wanted to mention. But yeah, we hope this video is helpful for you, Noreen, and the rest of Startup Nation. And if you all have additional questions that you want us to answer in our Level Up series, definitely look for the Ask Us post. It comes out every Tuesday in our Facebook group, and we'll look forward to seeing your questions there.
Yeah, awesome. And you know what? Kate and I are super passionate about helping you build and grow your dream practice. And we would like to gift you a free playbook called Your Dream Private Practice. It's the decades worth of experience that we built our practices as well as others. So we're going to put that link in the resources section. Go ahead and grab it. And we'll also add a link to our business paperwork. I know Kate was mentioning a lot about that. There's a free BAA and a whole bunch of other resources there for you. So we'll add that to the resources section below. And Startup Nation, thank you so much. Stay inspired and remember, as you're building and growing, leveling up, you guys got this.
You guys got this. See you next time.
Take care, everybody.